Serializers in the Django Rest Framework convert complex data, such as data within a database, into native Python data types. This is accomplished through a model, which defines the correct mapping from Python data types to the native data types for each type of database. A model is defined using a higher level language like Python and is typically mapped to a single table within the database. The serialization of data works in two directions. The serialization process is when an instance of a model is translated into native Python objects. Once this occurs, the data can further be rendered as JSON data. The deserialization is similar, but it starts with data, often in JSON format, that is first converted into Python native objects. From there, the Python objects can be deserialized and stored in the database. In our admin portal, we will create a few serializers within a file called Serializers.py. This file will be placed within the user's application. In our Serializers.py file, we will import the predefined user and group models from django.contrib.auth.models. Following this, we will import serializers from Rest Framework. Now we will create a new class called User Serializer and pass in the Hyperlinked Model Serializer class from the Rest Framework Serializers file imported above. This class is a modified version of the Model Serializer class that makes use of hyperlinks to connect the data. For this application, we will be using hyperlinked relations. Instead of using primary and foreign keys, the hyperlinked relationship style uses URLs that point to each resource through a RESTful hyperlink. Using the URL as a key connects the data in a RESTful manner and makes the API easier to understand for other developers. Within the User Serializer class, we'll define a subclass called Meta to define the model to use for this serializer. We will use the predefined user model imported at the top of the script. Following this, we will specify field names from the user model to use in our serializer. We will specify a list with the following field names: URL, username, email, and groups. Next, we will define the class called Group Serializer with the hyperlinked Model Serializer class passed as the first argument. This class will have the same subclass meta with the value group assigned to the model property and a list containing the values URL and name assigned to the fields property. For more Python tutorials, like, share, and subscribe to the PyPros channel.